Hi guys, welcome into Final Fantasy XIV. We're just chilling at the beach here, enjoying a drink. How's everyone doing today? Welcome in. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. Yeah, if you have not seen what happened last time, I got a house right before maintenance. Literally minutes before maintenance happened, I applied for a house. Hi, Berlanti. House. Yes. Yeah, I got a house on Mist because, honestly, the reason I did it was because I just did it last minute because I was just so sick and tired of like trying to teleport everywhere, go through like various screens just to get to the market board or the summon bell. And I found a place on Mist that was like right over by a house. And I just said, F it, let's do it. I'll be right over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice to have you guys. We'll do a small house tour. I'm not really 100% fully like furnished in there. Like I did start decorating the outside and the inside, but yeah, it's been fun so far. We're just chilling at the beach here. It's so beautiful. Everything looks awesome. It's a good area. I really like it. Let's go in the water. Yeah, it's really pretty here. Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna do some more Endwalker role quests because we did the ranged DPS and the tank role quest last time. God, it was like an 8-hour stream, almost 9-hour stream actually, because I spent a lot of time recapping MSQ 89 at first, so I was just yapping, and then I got the notice on stream that I won the house, so we spent some time there, and then we did the role quests. So hopefully I won't stream as long as I did last time. My voice was really shot, but yeah, let's head over then, and I'll show you guys the work that I've been working on. It's so cool here. I like it. It's a nice area. Yeah, I don't really see many friends who have properties on Mist. It's usually the Lavender Beds or Ishgard. But yeah, I'll be the first to have a place on Mist. Alrighty. Also, I guess we could change too. So let's do that. Yes. Hey. Can I target? Thank you. Hi. Hey, Amicha. Yeah. Let's go take a look. So this is the outside. I kind of went into like the purple here. Uh, some friends gifted me some stuff out here too, which was really nice. I got the Moogle dandelion thingy out here that glows. We gave Mr. Beaky a home here. He's really happy about that. Yeah, there's like a log here. I also got the like the little flower bed things here from like Lakeland that I got from like doing the shared fates here. The purple trees are so wonderful. Uh-huh. Yeah, I got gifted a few of them from friends. We got a wisteria here too. I'm gonna go back and do more fates during like my Shadowbringers fate farming. So I'm gonna get more of the purple leaves here to kind of put around here too. But yeah, we got a cute little seating area here with a tree. Looks really nice. I'm a big fan of like purple as well. So I thought, why not go with the purple aesthetic here? Like purple's kind of similar to blue on the color wheel. You know, got the mailbox. I have this thingy here, the message book, if people want to write in it. We have Marie here who came from Fairy to kind of like guard the place. She's a retainer. I got the Aetherites. I should probably take Mr. Beaky out because, or you know what, let's let Mr. Beaky stay here since we're not doing MSQ for now. So yes, this is the outside. It's still a work in progress. Yay. GG on the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hehe. I'm so excited. Alright, how about we go inside? Because I also decorated the inside too. Oh, where are you? Yeah, let's go inside. This is the inside. Wait, I actually do not remember if I have invited guest access. Are you allowed to come in here? I actually do not know. Did I lock everyone out? It's locked outside. Okay. Let me fix that. Estate settings, private estate. Try it now. Yay. So yeah, I've kind of thought long and hard about it, but I kind of decided I want to stay with the, like the motif that I had in my FC room here. Like with the wallpaper and the crystal chandelier above us, because I really like this, this chandelier. Like it just has like a unique effect here, like on the ground as well. So we got our little Namazu dudes here as our vendors, my vendors here. Hehe. Yeah, got some furniture here, a little bit of furniture. I do really like these crystal jobstone thingies here. Like they're really cool. I really like them. So in the middle, we got my black mage. We also got the dragoon, the red mage, and the dark knight, which was kind of representative of my expansion jobs here. There's one more for Dawn Trail that I'm not going to reveal yet, but I'll also put that up here. Let's see. So right now, this area is kind of barren just because I think I need more like furniture in terms of like seating. I haven't had the chance or money really to kind of do that. But I think like once I get the means to maybe craft or when I have time to create like some seating here, I'll put these around here. Housing can be expensive. Yeah, definitely. But I did have some generous friends who kind of gifted me stuff here too. Got this nice little lily thing from the white mage. The light here. What else? I got my usual stuff here too, like the summon bell. We got the company chest for FC stuff. The crystal bell, some flower pots. I don't know what I want to do here. I tried putting the Namazu NPCs here, but they were too short really to kind of see over the counter, so I had to put them over here. So I don't know what I want to do with this space right here, but I do want to keep like this little like desk area here. I want to keep it. But yeah, this is it so far for the top. Burglars beware, that light is also a security feature. It'll... Yeah, blood for the blood lily. Their asses. Yep. Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. Alright, let's go downstairs. So downstairs, we got this beautiful, like, Phasmascape thing that another friend gifted me. Like, I really like the, I like the look of it. It looks really cool. It's very moon-esque. I also created some rooms here, too. I did struggle, though, kind of like figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to use the same wallpaper here, but I kind of learned that the partitions here, the walls, for some reason, I can't apply the design of the wallpaper here on these partitions. I could only do them here on the doors. So I'm wondering if I'm able to do so with the walls here or not. But as far as I know, it seems I can't, which is kind of bad, kind of horrible. Hey, Allie, welcome in. But yeah, I think down here we'll kind of have like a little like Riviera theme, like the floral theme. So if we go in here, it's a tiny little room, like a little bedroom here. They've kind of decorated. It's nothing fancy. Again, the struggle of trying like to decorate the walls here, these partition walls, is difficult because I can't apply like wallpaper on them for some reason, which is I kind of do not like, but yeah, we have a little bit of lighting here. Like me personally, like I really do like the dark. Like I kind of like being in like little dimly lit areas. I really like the just the feel of it. I'm a very nocturnal person, I think. Like I don't really do well like with bright light situations. Like this is cozy for me. Like I do like the dimly lit areas here. So yeah, if anyone knows if I could apply wallpaper to these partition walls, like please let me know. There is the version of those with wallpaper, but they're way more expensive. Of course they are. Okay. It's a different item. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's head out this way. And then over here, the other room, I decided to make a bathroom. There's a bathtub, there's a sink, there's towels. And since I'm the only Elizin in FF14 on Dynamis, I figured it would make sense for me to be the only Elizin on Dynamis to have a bathroom in her house, because apparently people in 14 do not go to the bathroom, except me now. Eorzeans do not poop. Except me. I'm the only one who has a bathroom in my house. This is now canon, by the way. So yeah, I have another little blood for the blood lily light here. There's an above window. I do like these floral like wall decorations too, by the way. Very unfair. Both in my house and FC room. Okay, 2 people then. There's 2 people who go to the bathroom. But yeah, just to make it more realistic, just to have a bathroom in here. But yeah, so far that's the room, the house so far. Bathtub security. Really nice, really nice. I think I have an emote for that. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, still a work in progress. I'm still proud of it. I will like move things around, but what do you guys think? It's a great start. Thank you, thank you. I think eventually I might move to a medium just to see how big that is, but I'll look around Mist and figure out what I want to do. But if I move to a bigger place, though, I think I will keep the aesthetic the same, like the room's the same. I recently had inspiration to redo my entire upstairs. I'm super happy with it. I pillaged a lot of the stuff in my basement. I'm logging in? Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I'm still undecided. I think the main thing I need right now is like furniture, like seating here. Just to put around here. Maybe make another room perhaps, but we'll see. But yeah, I am really happy how the walls here kind of came out. So it now looks like I have two rooms now here. Do you have a vendor in your house? Actually, yes. Let's go upstairs. Yeah, so this is the upstairs. Yeah, I do have several vendors here. The little Namazu dudes. I really like that. It's a great use of the space. Yeah, these little dudes here. Let's see, partitions. Yeah, only the partition door is able to apply the wallpaper. Like none of the other like partitions here are able to apply the wallpaper. The Black Riviera partition. Blank Riviera partition. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, yeah. All the blank ones you can apply. Alright, thank you for telling me that. Alright. Yeah, let's actually decorate that. Let's... Yeah, that's good to know, thank you. Alright, time to tear shit down. Let's tear shit down. Yeah, let's actually, let's do that. Let's redecorate a bit. I don't think I have my... I have to get my, wallpapers from my retainers first. Yeah, thank you for telling me. And there it is. Can't wait to see it once it's finished. Oh, we're gonna do it right now, actually. I used a lot of blank partitions. Okay. Gonna head back to Siren. Alright, Berlanti, take care. Yeah, thank you for visiting. You can leave party if you like. But yeah, that's the house right now. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's get our big ass hammer and tear shit down. Alright, we'll store this. We'll put these back up. It's funny if a wall is coming towards you. Boop, boop. Alright, store. Another furnishing. Oh god. Demon wall. Yeah. Let's see, is it this one? Store. Alright, there we are. Oh, did I place... I think I placed something on it. Yeah. Store. Okay, yeah, I did. Alright, let's take the towels off. I think that's all of them, then. Alright. Let's try that again. Store. Really? There's a glitch you could detach stuff from walls and then remove the wall so it'll float. Huh. That's fun. Very useful for making stairs. I think I have to remove the, whatchamacallit, this thing. Glitching is a whole crazy thing in 14 with housing. Yeah, I'm aware of some glitches that allow you to, like, go to the roof of the house. Because I've had friends do that. It's really amusing, like, how the lengths that people will go to kind of find these things, but yeah, it's really cool when they actually find it. Oh. Hi. Hello. Oh, nice glam. Cute glam. Right. Housing. Store. Another furnishing has been placed on that item. What was placed? Oh, that thing. Right. We'll just put that right. Or not, we'll just store it. There we are. Damn it. This is actually the real gear. I had to remove the gear in a rush because my glam was a spoiler. Ah, okay. I see. It's a cute outfit, though, still. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, then. Now, I think we should probably start with these walls inside here again. Let's go this side. Alright, this is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky to kind of like figure this out, let's say. Right there. I think that's it. Yeah. Thinks that's how it worked. Let's do this one. Nice. The current tombstone gear is very inspired in the FF9 aesthetic. I'm really excited to see that. That's Dawn Trail, right? Alright, now let's try it now. Apply design, yes. But different enough not to be actual 9 characters gears. I see, I see. Hold on. I have to get more than one wallpaper, don't I? I have to get more than one of these, don't I? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. Hopefully, I think I have a lot of company seals for that. One, oh my god, one for each partition. Okay. All right, well, we'll go get those right now. Now you know why this is way more expensive. I definitely see now, yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming 6 and 7 for like these sides too, perhaps 8. Alright. I'll be right back. Let's go back to old I'll be right back. Only need 1 for each. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3 then. I'm gonna get 5 just in case. It applies on both sides. Okay, good to know, thank you. Damn it. Nuts. Alright, let's sell some shit then, I guess. Darn it. I can't sell this stuff. I actually like this stuff. I want to put this stuff in a glamour dresser. Alright. I'll have to come back later then and farm dungeon gear, I guess. What do you need? I need the Hall of Flames, the wallpaper. I like what you did with the ground floor. Yeah, much like my FC room, I'm kind of redecorating the house kind of with the similar vibe as the FC room. Might do something similar for my alt's house. Nice. I haven't seen what the Verdani and Erlaminson wallpapers look like. But if I get like an FC room or like an apartment or something, I'll probably use those then. For my other characters. Let's put this away. That away. This stuff is just botany gear for when I get to level 90 for botanist, but let me color dye the coat, because I do like this coat. Okay, let's head back. Yeah, if you're in the Immortal Flames, I need the wallpaper. The basement floor of my alt's house is very good, if I could say so myself, but I'm very unhappy with the ground floor. Hmm. Actually, let me check. Is that wallpaper available on the market board? I tried to do something similar to my main house, but it did not work on a small house. Ah, okay. Oh, there's Palace of the Dead interior wallpaper. Storm blue. There's Yomoran wallpaper too. Hey, there is actually. It's the flame interior wall. How much is this? I don't want to spend money on this. I want to get those with seals. I was able to get 4. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. This place is not a jump puzzle just yet. I'll figure that out later. Oh, okay. It is a jump puzzle, apparently. Okay. Alright, let me do this. The retainers do give out a lot of like housing stuff too, which I've slowly accumulated for a while. So that was also another reason why I wanted to get a house, because it was just piling up in my inventory. That was the reason I had an apartment for so long. Storage. Yeah, storage. When you only have 2 retainers. I might get a 3rd retainer. It's only $2, so it's whatever. I inadvertently made a jump puzzle in my own house. That's fun. Also, I have a question. Where do you get the portraits of characters? Like, are those dropped by duties, or do you have to do something? Do you have to do those like with shared fates? Like, how do you get the portraits of the scions? Post Endwalker. Okay, thank you. All right, eventually we'll get to that point. Berlanti, were you on our way? On your way right now? There's a certain quest line that's very redacted. Hmm. Good to know. Oh, there you are. Hi, Super. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Berlanti, thank you so much. After doing the quest line, you buy them from an NPC in Redacted. Alright. How you doing, Super? We're redecorating because I got a house here in Mist. Alright, apply design. Nice. Alright, let's apply the design here too. Multitasking. Gonna lurk for a bit. Alright, enjoy your lurk. Also, congratulations on beating base Endwalker. I'm almost there. Just soon. Very soon. I think next week we'll start that grind. Alright. Yeah, later on I'll get more of the wallpaper, but it's looking good so far. Let's put back the stuff that I put away, like the towel rack and stuff. I actually bought this because I was wondering what the heck this was, but apparently it's a Lalafell lifter. I can't believe they actually have that. Alright, towel hanger. Wait, did I put that on the other side? No, where did the towels go? Alright, let's try that again. Where is the towel rack? Am I going crazy? Like, did I just... Where is it? Oh, right there. Maybe I gotta walk out away from the wall. Let's see. Or whatever. I'll put the other decoration on them. Okay, where is that at? Ivy mural. There we are. Okay, and if I remember correctly, I put the other wall lamp here. The limited space here is kind of a thing. I have such a limited view of everything. Okay, here I put the Eorzean map here. Some stuff is easier to put using the first person. Okay, let's do that. Why is that on the ground? No, put that up there. What are you doing? Yeah, right there. I am really curious to see what the housing changes are going to do for the next updates. Hopefully it's a lot easier than this. Because right now it's a little bit tedious. Okay, since we're outside here, I could put the other Ivy mural. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I definitely have to fix this. I find it easier using the controller. Damn it. I'm not good at X, Y, and Z space placing. You know what, whatever, just put it right there then, I guess. And then let's put the planner. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. That'll do. Alright. That's done. Okay, I think that's it. I don't want to spend too much time here just because I have like role quest stuff to do, which takes like 3 hours, so I think we probably should get that started. But yeah, this is the house so far. Yay. Alright then. I think now we're gonna take a break actually, because when we come back we're gonna head to Thavnir and start the role quest stories. And I'm really excited because the Gridania and the Doman stories were really, really good. But that's it for the house tour. Gradually, I will continue to work on it, figure out what works, what I like, what I don't like, and yeah, I will show you guys that in due time. But as for right now, we're going to take a break, run ads. When we come back, we're going to do role quests. So be right back. Alrighty, hello everyone, we are back. We're ready to go. So let's start role quest because there's gonna be a lot of reading that I have to do and rip my throat. So let's teleport to Thavnir and get that started. Radzathan. So, as a heads up, this is Endwalker Role Quest spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled, please mute, lurk, whatever you need to do if you don't want to get spoiled on story stuff here. But we're gonna begin now with more role quests. Alright, so we started role quests the other day, and we did the physical range, the ranged DPS, and the tank role quests. Both situations were stationed in Doma and Gridania, and I just really loved and enjoyed the stories because we got to see old friends again, and in terms of the Gridania story, we got some much needed like backstory for like Akane Senna, because I think she was like one of the leaders, one of the few leaders, the only leaders I think who had like the least amount of development up until this point in the story, which was a lot of expansions and stuff. We saw her past, we saw that she was a young Pagel. They gave her personality, like she didn't want to become a Pagel at first, but now, like through her ordeal with the Ancient One, the tree, and her friend turning into a Blasphemy, her friend was stripped of his horns, and he was forced. He basically had a vendetta against the ancients because he wanted, like, he didn't want Kane Senna to become like to assume the responsibilities of the Pagel, and that kind of instinct kind of like forced him to be like banished basically as a Pagel, had his horns stripped, and he was forced to live in like depressing times, like what is it, like solitude, I guess, isolation. So like he married, and then we found out like his wife was very sickly and he lost her as well, so like it's just a very depressing like story for him, and he turned into a Blasphemy afterwards. And then Kane Senna was also like her confidence was shaken as well, because she was really struggling to kind of like to ease her people, the Gridanians, like their fears of this blasphemy, and of them like turning into like blasphemies as well. And we just saw some such strong character development from her. And like at the end, like when we did the like the last battle against the boss, Gleipnir, she earned her temperance wings, which was a nice touch, and we helped her as we were tanking for her. Like she was our healer and we were her tank. As far as like the Doman story was also really good. We saw Gosetsu again. He came back to kind of help against the situation with the blasphemies. We learned that a young woman who was sailing, her ship crashed, and Tansui and the pirates relocated her to Isari, and she was adopted by an older Ori woman, and then like she lost her because I'm trying to remember like what happened afterward. Like she was, I'm trying to remember what happened in that story, but she basically became like a blasphemy herself, and the Ori woman who looked after her was like very like religious, like into the like the gods and the kami, and she was like rallying people up to believe in the blasphemy. And so that kind of the people's confidence was also shaken because Lord Hien, she was mad because Lord Hien gave mercy to Yotsuyu, and like didn't really see him like as a strong leader. So it was a nice bit of development with him and Yugiri as well, to kind of for him like to lead his people. And yeah, it was such a good story. And like I think like one of the main, like I think my favorite part of it was Gosetsu returning as well. And at the end, like we were gonna have a showdown to honor like all of the people who were lost as Imperial conscripts and from Yotsuyu's clutches. we were going to honor their memories in the Swallow's Compass. Now, I think the young woman was mad because, like, she was jealous because, like, everyone was reunited with their families and hers wasn't. Because, like, she lost all of her people, and that kind of caused her to, like, fall into, like, despair and caused her to transform. But it was such a good story for Hien as well, and Yugiri too, because Yugiri, we need to go back to Sui Nusato, and she reunited with her parents, but she donned her old Aram Reborn hood and outfit because she didn't want to reveal herself to her parents. And then like Gosetsu joined with us at the last showdown, and we learned like he was training, but not as a samurai. He picked up the healer arts, and he helped us. And I remember fighting that battle, I was going like, oh shit, we don't have a healer. Like, how are we gonna win this? And then like, he just shows up like a goat out of nowhere and becomes our healer. And that was just really, really cool. Like, the goat has returned. But yeah, both stories were really, really good. I really, really enjoyed them. So yes, let's head inside. So today, I think what we're gonna do today is we're gonna start the healer story here. And with that, we're gonna... last time we went in as White Mage for Shadowbringers. This time, we're gonna go in as my favorite healer for this story. And we're gonna go in as Scholar. Yes, Scholar. Okay, so we're gonna go to Ala Mhigo, actually. So really nice, really nice. All right, let me do free company. Bring out Celine, because Celine is the best. Alright, let's talk to the Ala Mhigan delegate. Ooh. Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited. The Ala Mhigan delegate to Razat-Han has grim news to convey. Team Celine. Hell yeah. You're ready to lend us your aid. I'll apprise you of the situation. We received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Ala Mhigo. Troops have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. When most of our healers pointed elsewhere, we thought to petition you for aid. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not more healers, but if I must, I'll be glad to help. That image is a perfect example why I like Endwalker Role Quest more. Yeah, just seeing our awesome beloved characters. It's so cool. Once again, we're in your debt. She'll inform Commander Alden forthwith. My comrades in the Immortal Flames will be glad to have you watching over them. You see, as there have been no sightings of blasphemies in our lands, we have joined their Ala Mhigan allies in their hunt for the fiend. Trouble is, the majority of our own healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured at Pegathon. For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Your presence alone will be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to Ala Mhigo, the Ala Mhigan quarter, and report for duty. Commander Alden is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Roger grant you strength. Alright, let's go. Ah, Mr. Saquios, we were told you were on our way, but this is even quicker than I expected. I'll tell Commander Alden you arrived. One moment, please. Glad you could join us. Hey. Hello. I appreciate that we have a far greater crisis to worry about. We cannot afford to ignore the situation here either. Hey, bud, we came to lend you a hand. Or 2 hands. I have 2 hands. I see what... Oh my god. Yeah, I got it now. I see what you did there. I like nothing more than to hear about your recent adventures. But I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait. Oh my god, when I said I also have 2 hands, I didn't realize. As our man in Thavnir will have told you, a blasphemy is loose in Ala Mhigo. When it first appeared, the city guard were able to get most of the bystanders to safety. And for a mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. I made it somehow worse. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But the fiend managed to escape, and he's not been seen since. We must find it, and soon. For as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. As was the case in Thavnir, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it's allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people will suffer. Did anyone see the change take place? Aye. There were several eyewitnesses who gave the same account. A man walking through the Almegan quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. But beyond the fact he was a young Highlander, we know next to nothing about him. Even the descriptions of his appearance are too vague to help identify the lad. We've no clues as to his name or background. For all we know, he might not even have been born in Ala Mhigo. Might have been the son of refugees come to visit. There are other possibilities we are investigating, though. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair, and whatever drove him to turn likely could have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent future tragedies, it's imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, by granting them a quick death. For now, I would have you join in the hunt, keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up for it? Uh-huh. You have my thanks. And as chance would have it, we just received word that a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Alagana. The troops stationed there have already put them down, but were wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention, and that's where you come in. I'll meet you there. Okay. It's been a while since we've been to, like, the other Stormblood areas. Although the soldiers were able to lead the beasts away from the village and cull the lot of them, victory did not come easily. It's times like these, our lack of our healers is most surely felt. I dare say they have yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any stragglers that may have escaped. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village to gather eyewitness reports. Look for me thereafter. Alright. Healing. Gods be good, I feel reborn. Hold on, you're Timea, aren't you? Can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to join the resistance in the first place. Now you've come to save me in my hour of need. I'll never forget this. Thank you, thank you. All in a day's work. I saw them change right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters I killed, but innocent men. But it had to be done. There were others who we had to protect. Thanks to you, I can continue to do just that. So I made my way back, give a full account. The families, though, they'll understand. Oh, Arenvald. Hey, how you doing? It's good of you to come all this way, though I never doubted for a moment that you wouldn't. After all you've done for the people of Girabania, we couldn't ask for more, and yet here you are. For treating the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks. And theirs too, no doubt. It seems they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts. If my search is any indication, we must remain vigilant. I've spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I hear you've been through a fair few ordeals yourself, Timea. You have no idea. As for me, I've been kept busy with this and that, like getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously, it has its limitations, but it gets me where I need to go. I've been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. No sooner had I arrived than those locals turned. Ragnfred, I hear you were there when it happened. What can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change are the very people we're trying to help. Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting Elise held in the royal palace marked a turning point for all of Girabania. It spurred us to open a dialogue with peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned. There's still so many problems to be addressed, and countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. I like the name. Our main concern is the welfare of Ala Mhigans who sided with the Empire, for whatever reason, and helping them find their place in society. In particular, the surviving families of the Cranialupi. Fordola and the Skulls. I thought you despised the Skulls. Make no mistake, I've not forgiven them. I don't have that in me. I doubt I ever will. But the memory of that day in the palace, of Fordola asking to be locked up again after saving us all, it stayed with me. Got me to thinking about why she and the other youths would commit such atrocities. Why'd they swear to serve the Empire? The answer was simple. Because they'd seen what we'd seen and suffered much the same. In how we were all condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Garleans win. By not breaking you, but by making you break yourself. Making that choice the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Healing begins with liberation. Some scars never will regardless. Those who return from foreign lands may have difficulty carving out a living here. But the ones who pledged allegiance to Garlemald. It's not the Ala Mhigo we dreamed of, but after 20 years of misery, we'll not see it thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That's why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. Alright, good development. And it's a cause I support. It's what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. In the short time he's been with us, he's proven himself a natural. Despite our early successes, the families of the Skulls continue to refuse our help. I think I see where this is leading. They're the ones who turned, yes. Comes as no surprise their kin tormented and murdered fellow Ala Mhigans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt. For some, it might be too much to bear. I think I might know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter, though, so let's go somewhere we won't be overheard. It's about one of the men who turned. I saw his memories. With the echo, I'll not pretend I understand it, but tell us what you learned. I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. It was during the occupation, a man raising his son. Only the two of them, but they were a family. To keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway. So he was branded a traitor, his son listening to the jeering, the insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in the hopes that it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. He died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself, right up until the chains took him. Jeez. I can only pray he and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see anyone else could. The sins of their kin weigh heavily on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. If they carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We got to help them before it's too late. Growing up half Garlean and Ala Mhigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated, to hate myself. But so long as we give ourselves and others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I might not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alphanode, I know I can make a difference. I might not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart. And I owe it to Abba and Ali to make the most of this life, so as long as I got it. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Girabania again. So, Commander Alden, do we have approval to continue our work? Of course, there's no enemy more formidable than despair, and I'd be a fool to refuse your help. That every single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I pledge the Silver Griffins my unconditional support. Together we will prevail. Now that we have Timea on hand to aid the troops, I believe we're ready to face any beasts we encounter. Though I fear it's only a matter of time before others appear, I ask that you lend the Sailor Griffins your assistance in the meantime. I shall. Very good. For now, let us return to the city. Alright, let's talk to you again. Alright. Ala Mhigo Quarter. Those who harbor guilt do so not because they are weak of heart, because they have failed to meet the demands they make of themselves. It was the same for me when I believed my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. The despair and self-loathing were indescribable. Oh geez, he blamed himself, like after the banquet. Yeah, I did not know this. I was fortunate. No, it was actually before too, because like in Realm Reborn, like the Sultana was like venting to like Raubahn because she felt so powerless, and like he also, I'm assuming he also felt powerless too because he couldn't really like help her too, because there was that cutscene of her like breaking down and crying and running up to him. Geez, so like before and after. I was fortunate that you and the other Scions came to my rescue, that I had friends who convinced me I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now we must do the same for the people of Ala Mhigo. Must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not forgive, and come to terms with who we were, so that we could look to who we can be, who we should aspire to be. It's precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer. And we will be better for it ultimately. Once we decided a course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Rauger watch and keep over you. Hi again. The Butcher's Blade. The struggle to prevent the emergence of beasts grows increasingly desperate. We were hoping you'd stop by. I'll show you to Commander Alden at once. Your welcome sight as always, Captain. Aye, and that's a lot's happened since we spoke. We Silver Griffins have been keeping busy. As have I and my men, but I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Though we've been searching high and low for the Blasphemy, we've seen neither hide nor hair of it. Fortunately, everyone else had better luck. We received reports of lesser beasts throughout Girabania, and putting them down is as important as hunting the Blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. Jeez. Well, this was true of the recent incident in Alagana. We cannot have people jumping to conclusions, given what they might feel tempted to do. It's been suggested that we take these individuals into custody, for their own protection as much as the safety of others. That would only isolate them even further and give them credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask you aid them in their endeavors and see that there is aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. It's probably Fordola. I thought I felt my ears burning. Yep. Hey. I said I don't need a keeper, but did they bloody listen? Did they bollocks? Come now, don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer. There's none better than Tamea. He's right, you've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. Thick as thieves, are we now? Then there's no need for this sodding collar. We all know it's not coming off anytime soon, but if this is how it is to be, then fine, so as long as she keeps out of my way. I want the two of you to visit the Silver Griffin headquarters in Alagana. Several relatives of the Crania Lupi have agreed to meet with them, and we could do with a measure of precaution. If anyone so much as mentions the skulls, I'll deal with it. Understood. Let's get this over with. She's as much as risk of turning as anyone, maybe even more so. You don't need the echo to see the weight she's carrying. She's still not got a handle on her own echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning, with such force that it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades. So look out for her, please. Yep. I wish there was more I could do for her myself. But we all got our own duties. I'll see to them to the end. So must we all. Follow Fordola's lead. We're counting on you both. But be ready to step in, even if she curses you for it. I have to say though, that moment when she said, "Let's get this over with," I immediately thought of Emmet. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I immediately thought of Emmet, and like
Let's get this over with.
Fordola's not the sort to ask for help, but maybe she should get in over her head, would you? So make sure she doesn't get in over her head, would you? Alagana. Hi, Fordola. What in the bloody hells are you writing on? Don't worry about it. You saw nothing. I'll admit, this is not quite what I had in mind. Oh, these two. Again. Yeah, this is awkward. I had a feeling Raubahn would send you, Tamea, but as for her... You got any complaints, take it up with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since the day at the Royal Palace, I've been thinking. Stop, you don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it. To the matter at hand, then. We silver griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Krani Alupi. But one family has gone missing. A mother and her parents, who lived together under the same roof. One of ours paid them a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen. And when they went inside to check, they found the house had been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the floor and the walls, made by a beast's claw by the look of them. You're thinking they turned. Aye, the same most likely explanation. Please do what you must before anyone else is hurt. There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you east. Arenvald tells me she's been trying to make amends in her own way. I appreciate that she's not asking for what I can't give, but I keep thinking to myself, where do we go from here? And honestly, I don't know. Amaro. Oh, hi. Crumpled letter. Huh. In the dirt you spy an envelope containing a crumpled, tear-stained letter. Read it, yeah. Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Until then, take care and know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you turn your attention to finding the others. Oh, was that the mother? Jeez. The mother that we fought? Welcome back. Yeah, we just got some depression right now. Funny story. My mom wanted to order some snacks for a surprise birthday party. Uh-huh. She could not do it on her own. You discover what appears to be a wedding ring with a name and date engraved on the inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decided to report to Ragnfrid. So it's no longer a surprise, but there will be a party. I mean snacks and a party. So it was your birthday? What's done is done. Were you able to find anything? Do the contents nearly verify nor disprove your suspicions? The letter was almost certainly penned by a now deceased member of the Crania Lupi. I hope she got cake. She didn't answer me. Yay, cake. And yes, nice. When's your birthday? The outer edge is covered in a myriad scuffs and scratches, while the inner is marked by only a name and date, carefully engraved. Hey, today, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, have a happy, wonderful birthday today. Then it is as we feared. I found and killed a third. It was carrying this. A matching ring. I'll deliver these effects to the next of kin and arrange for a funeral, or as close to one as possible under the circumstances. Level 31. Level up. There's no changing the past. We will always carry it and the scars. But no matter who we were or what we did, we're Ala Mhigans then and now. The Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. Yeah, my birthday is on Sunday. Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers may be finally laid to rest. I and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further tragedies. I finished checking the wares, sir. Everything's in order. Good work. Take a rest, lad. You more than earned it. Keep this to yourselves. But Everett's younger brother was a member of the Crania Lupi. He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help. Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first, but after we gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well. Good for him. Oh boy. It's her, the butcher. Oh no. Traitors, all of us. Kinslayers, deserving of hate and death. Hate and death. Get back, get back. Jeez. Stay away from her. Fordola saved your girl's life. I know, but she's... happened in an instant. The poor lad. But it had to be done without hesitation. It would have been so much worse otherwise. Could you go after Fordola and see to her wounds? I'll do what I can here. Yikes. The worst part is the gray hair is starting to show. I mean, mine... Yeah, mine showed up like years and years before, but I kind of realized recently that was more of like a genetic thing, but... we're not living a song or a fairy tale. These problems we struggle with won't be solved overnight. Nevertheless, we got to do what we can to move forward as a people united. Or we'll have to keep dealing with tragedies like this. Hey, you okay? I want to say thank you to the brave lady for rescuing me. I think I'll see her again. She risked her life to save my daughter. Whatever else she may have done, I owe her for that. She's probably on the other side, perhaps. Yeah, right there. I'm fine, leave me be. I said I don't need your help. It's not only your injuries I'm worried about. I'm a healer, let me do my job. Bloody hells, if you're here to patch me up, get on with it. Quietly. Aye, aye. Curl can't change its spots. There's no washing the blood off my hands. Nor would I, even if I could. Taking up Garlean's steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice after that came easier and easier. Till I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right, it's for the greater good. You give the order, feel the ground tremble as the cannons fire, and when the dust settles, your own men are buried beneath the rubble. You tell yourself. This is what she did in Stormblood. Oh. Huh, me too. Ah. Mustn't give in. Huh. That man in the village, I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. I'll be alright. I just need a moment. Can you wait with me? Alright, she's opening up. Everything the skulls fought for, the sacrifices we made, things we did. In the end, it was all for nothing. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked, and the bitterness I could still taste, and wonder, I've grown up in another time, another place. I've done the same to a different people. Is it always in me to be me? All I know is everyone would have been better off if I'd never been born. But I was, and I dragged others into a hell of my own making. Remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger, he would have never made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too good. Ansford died at Specula Imperatoris. His brother's still out there somewhere. Not that I have the courage to face him after what I did. Hope he's found the life he deserves. I feel like we're gonna meet him. I met a farmer skull called Rudolph. Rudolph. Rudolph? He's alive, but how? Oh, so the brother is alive. Glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I helped make this blasphemy, and by Roger, I'll kill the bastard if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, that's enough out of me. Be heading back to the city and make my report. Suggest you do otherwise. I am really enjoying this particular story because we're getting more Fordola. Like, she's such an interesting character. Like, we're seeing her character arc here through the role quests. Like, we saw more of that in post Shadowbringers too, but welcome back. Fordola has already given her account, and I'd like to hear yours too. So she almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the field again. As far as the events in Allegana are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that those with connections to the Cranny Lupi should be considered at the risk of turning. Over the years, many of them had drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken to living in secret. Others made their way to Ul'dah as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Yay, Nanamo. Alrighty, let's take another break. I do need to hydrate because my throat is starting to be worn out again, so I will be right back. As a reminder to get up, stretch, drink water, walk around. We'll return with more role quests. Also, hi Wen. Welcome in. I'll be right back. Hello everyone, we are back. Hi Wen, welcome in. How are you today? Nice to have you. We're working on a role quest today as healer. So we're scholar for this particular one. We're going to do another story later on afterwards. But welcome in. We also had a house tour earlier today. It's like a work in progress that I've been slowly working on. But yeah, let's talk to the hunter again. A new battleground. The quest to protect vulnerable Ala Mhigans leads to Ul'dah. Here to see Commander Alden, I take it. This way, please. They just announced Red Dead Redemption will get a current gen update. Be free for owners. Very nice, very nice. I don't like that we're in the rain. Outside in the rain, you would think we would be inside, but yeah, anyway. It kind of kills the immersion a little bit, honestly, but... Request for an audience with the Sultana has been accepted. Before we depart, I'll share what we learned since last we spoke. The Blasphemy continues to elude us, all the while driving others to succumb to despair in turn. Even with Ala Mhigo and Ul'dah forces searching for the signs of the beast and more potential victims, we've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Streamer weather? Yeah. I think I'm like the rare exception now because we did get perfectly blue clear skies in Elbes that first time, and from what I could tell, everyone else just had fog. I think I was the only person who lucked out and got the best weather. But now here, I got the bad weather again, so my luck has balanced out. Nevertheless, for Blasphemy is like the others, its behavior is likely dictated by the passions and regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, any information concerning him and the life he led may help us track it down before it strikes again. Yeah, now the game must compensate. We don't want people to shun the families of the skulls any more than they already are. The fact remains that the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. They're the ones at greatest risk of turning, without question. Fordola concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this after all. She did fight off the transformation. I feel like she deserves a chance to make amends. I'm inclined to agree with Tamea. She was able to resist the transformation and show no signs of succumbing since then. She wants to do her part, I say we let her. Never again clear blue skies. If only I can go in her stead. Actually, I was hoping you'd come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles our people face. You'd gain from the experience too. While she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle, you'll soon discover she's a champion of her own area, as brave as any warrior. I doubt she had much to learn from the likes of me, but it would be an honor to make her acquaintance. Arenvald and I will go on ahead and wait for you in the hustings strip. We'll see you anon. Alright, we're going home. Wee haha. I love doing that. Each time. Ah, Papa Sean. I only let her out of my sight for a moment. Oh no. It's the first time I've been back here since I, discharged myself from the infirmary. Without telling anyone. Mind. I must remember to stop by and offer my thanks. And an apology. Mr. Papashan was just telling us that Nanamo, or should I say Lily Lilira, has gone on another of her jaunts about the city. Though it's not my place to question Her Grace's judgment, I do wish she had consulted with me before running off on her own. Perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep her guests waiting. If I may say so, sir, with blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. I suspect that might be the very reason she wishes to see for herself how the citizenry fare in these trying times. Even so, it's downright reckless. We'll find her, though. No, I couldn't possibly allow such esteemed guests to... Come now, we might be here on official business, but we're old friends. And as you may remember, I have a knack for tracking down our errant sultanas. Some might say that knack is a rather charitable. Should be glad of the assistance. I'll look around here. Visiting the locals will give me an opportunity to learn of recent goings-on in Olda too. Well then, there's no time like the present. Fear not, with me on the case, this will all be over before you know it. If she's supposed to be meeting us here, maybe we should wait for her to come to us. Just between you and me, Raubahn has never had much luck finding Lady Lilira. Rather the opposite, which isn't to say he's misrepresenting his capabilities. Perhaps his recollection of events simply differs somewhat from reality. The Avenue Exchange. But before we do that, yay, I'm rich. Sigh. I probably really should get a third retainer because this is not working out. Like Andromeda going like on her little excursions trying to find something. She's like, ooh, shiny. And she gives me the shiny here. This single crystal. Alright. Also, that's a cute outfit. That's really cute. What's his dress? Oh, that's really nice. I like that. Hi, Raubahn. It's been a matter of time since I last combed these streets for a young Lilira. As a matter of fact, Papa Sean and I would compete to see which of us could find her first. As I recall, most of the contests ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. Tiniest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. I'm farming the 18-hour adventures. I really should do more of those, but because I constantly just never have enough powerful equipment to equip to the retainers to do like the highest level ones, but... Oh, Raubahn. He's following us. Oh, we have to follow him. She's fond of perusing the stalls here. Yeah, I probably should just run dungeons to get my retainer's gear. Hi, guys. There's a housing item I want, and this is the only source, or market board, but hell no. If she's not here, where could she be? What if she's been abducted? In one of these in one of these pots? Perhaps not. You actually took a moment to stand right there in front of the barrel and actually consider that. Raubahn, calm down. Raubahn? That's odd. I've tried all your usual haunts. So apparently, canonically, Nanamo hides like in crates and barrels and pots. That's adorable. I've tried all her usual haunts, so unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical, she must be elsewhere. That's really cute. I love that. That is so cute. Just imagine like a barrel, like the top of a barrel is just like popped up and you just see cute little Lala eyes and like her tiny barrel just looking out, peeking. That's so cute. Gods, why did she choose now of all times to run off? What if she's been abducted? Run afoul of a beast? There's no need to assume the worst. We should keep looking. You're right, I know, but it's hard not to worry. Where could she be? Come to think of it, something Papa Sean said caught my ear. He thought Nanamo went on this excursion because of the emergence of the blasphemies and the beasts, to better understand how people are coping with the situation. If so, she'd be driven to seek out the most desperate and destitute. Her lane, then. Might ask you to lead the way. I'll admit my ability to track missing persons may have dulled somewhat. Pearl Lane has ever been plagued by pickpockets and the like. I'll watch your back, so go ahead and give the search for Lilira your full attention. Alright, come on. Yeah, new cannon is just dropped. Nanamo hides in pots. Lady Lilira always knows where Nanamo is. Maybe, but... Hello, test. Yeah, my microphone had issues, but I think we're back. Like, how do I sound? Everything good? Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. Lady Lyra always knows where Nanamo is. I think we're good, though, because... Alright. Her Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts in Girabania, which has led to the creations of jobs for many of the locals, both here and on the other side of Belsar's wall. All is good. Thank you. Speak with Raubahn. Some say money can't buy you happiness, but they never tried living without it. Those who call Pearl Lane home never had the luxury of choice. The city's poorest live here, and as such are at greater risk of turning. Knowing this, I expect Lilira to come to learn of their plight. Alright, come on. Good, spirits are high here. Alright. Raubahn. In every society, there are the haves and have-nots. Seldom in this divide more sorely felt than here in Ul'dah. Many of the young and able-bodied work for Lolorito as guards, though he earns more in an afternoon than most will in a lifetime. Again? Okay. Let's keep running. There she is. Nana, Lady Lilira. Raubahn, what are you doing here? And Timea too. I'm glad to see you both. Our meeting is not yet due to commence for several bows. What is the meaning of this? We were worried, and with good reason. These are far too dangerous times to be roaming about alone, Your Grace. Hehehe, some things never change, but I assure you I'm quite capable of looking after myself. My own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late. I might be better prepared to participate in our discussion later. But I have finished. You'll all be comforted to hear. And pray allow us to escort you to a more amenable surroundings. Would you care to... Would you care to ride on my shoulder? Certainly not. You've already attracted more attention than more than enough attention. You could ride on my shoulder. I love the throwback. A sting strip. Our Sultana, yep. And the Sultana banana. I have a feeling the search would have taken rather longer if Raubahn had been left to his own devices. I have every faith you and the commander would find her. I thank you all for making the journey here during these difficult times. And it's my pleasure to properly make your acquaintance. On behalf of the people of Erzia, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude for your continued dedication to our cause. With respect, Your Grace, I'm just a soldier. Was a soldier. Still, I say, Commander Alden would not make such a distinction, and neither will I. You yet serve your people, and provided solace to many of Ala Mhigo's most vulnerable. If we're to deal with this threat, we must forearm ourselves with knowledge. I understand you come bearing information regarding the Blasphemy and its victims. We have indeed. Hence the need to locate families of Krani Alupi members who have fled to Thanalan. There's no end to the struggles faced by Ala Mhigan refugees, and those who once pledged allegiance to the Empire are no exception. But rest assured that irrespective of their pasts, all be treated with an even hand. All be afforded such aid as I'm able to provide. Magnanimous as always, Your Grace. If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk of undergoing the change? I believe there is but one recourse. Earnest and open dialogue. If some are born into unimaginable wealth, others suffer great hardship and oppression. The circumstances of our birth are beyond our control. Fates subject to the whims of the gods, some would argue. I once thought myself a prisoner to my fate, a figurehead, helpless to watch as my people starved, a powerless puppet. I wanted nothing more than to cast it all aside, to free us all. It failed for my nativity, and then was afforded a second chance for my privilege. The world is unfair, terribly so. We have the power to push back against inequalities and injustices, if not overcome them on blessed occasions, to love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one. Hell yeah. Preach. Preach, girl. Preach. Truer words were never spoken. Without the support of the people, such words are naught but vain platitudes. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the monetarists have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we still strive to find common ground. Common ground. We are pouring our effort into aiding the families of Krani Alupi. While it seemed to help to a degree, some have still succumbed and turned. Of course, they're not the only ones in danger. Ala Mhigans everywhere. Whether they sided with the Empire, fought with the Resistance, or were caught in the middle, they all suffered. They all wake up in the night and times haunted by memories of death and despair. We know what could happen if those feelings are left to fester. The legacy of the Imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten. But rather than seek to forget, mayhap it's necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that they may properly mourn those they have lost. Aye, a remembrance. Another remembrance ceremony. I propose we hold a memorable ceremony for those who died during the war. Everyone, no matter who they were or what they did. Let them be loved, let them be hated, but above all, let them be remembered. In remembering of the dead, in their honor and their sin, we, the living of Ala Mhigo, may yet find a sliver of common ground. It's a noble sentiment, but bringing together people who have reason to distrust one another and risk Inflaming tensions could be a recipe for disaster. Then again, we can't keep ignoring the myriad in the room and do nothing to address the situation. As long as we leave it to the individuals to decide whether or not to attend the ceremony, I think it's worth a try. Organizing an event this scale will require a great deal of effort, so I offer my full support. Once you know what's needed, come to me, and we'll put that plan into action. Obviously, some will balk at the idea, which is perfectly understandable, so I'll be listening to their opinions as well. After all, we want it to be a ceremony that brings Ala Mhigans together. And I was wondering, Your Grace, but I ask about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over. As you could tell, I'm no politician, so I'd be grateful for any advice you could share with me. Why, I'd be delighted to. As a matter of fact, I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you. And on that note, I suggest you and I return to Ala Mhigo. That's cool, we're gonna have another remembrance ceremony. I wonder what Abba and Ala would say if I could tell them I had a chat with the Sultana. I'd hardly believe it myself. To see the Sultana grow to become such a capable and compassionate leader brings a tear to my eye. The best character in this game, FF14, is character development because, geez, everyone literally has like glowed up and gone through so much awesome development as long as like the game has continued on. The relationship between Ul'dah and Ala Mhigo is one which I cherish deeply. It's imperative that we coordinate our efforts in facing the crisis. Ala Mhigan Quarter. New Arenvald would make a good impression, but he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, he's taken to it with considerable aplomb. While his proposed memorial ceremony is bound to have its detractors, I have faith that many will come around. Not at all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there are any developments. Alrighty. Laying the past to rest, Arenvald wishes to put your considerable reputation to good use. There you are, Timea. Commander Alden has asked me to convey to you the following information. At present, we're looking into reports of missing relatives of the Krani Alubi, cooperation of the Silver Griffins. We're currently searching for any clues to their whereabouts. Thanks to the concerted efforts of Ragnfrid and the others, the general public has been willing to cooperate with our investigation, though many still harbor feelings of distrust for their collaborators and their kin. They've grown more receptive to our cause on the whole. Arenvald's been making steady progress in preparing for their memorial ceremony. He plans to host a meeting between the various community leaders to go over the final details. Look at Arenvald, like, take charge. Like, I'm so proud of him. This Makode quest giver is really cute. She really is. It's adorable. In fact, he was wondering whether you could assist in delivering the invitations. If you could spare the time, you should be able to find him in the Mercantile District. That's all for now. We have a few matters to attend to, so excuse me, duty calls. Yeah, she's really cute. Thanks for coming. It should come as no surprise that planning a memorial ceremony with the whole bloody nation will keep a man busy. By Roger, this is something else. The hardest part's been gathering information on those who died in the war, especially when it comes to the skulls and other conscripts. They're the ones we need to treat most carefully. We don't acknowledge the crimes of our kin and all their painful truth, and we do a disservice to their victims, living and dead. But if we let people paint them as monsters who did monstrous things we believe we would never do, then we perpetuate a different but no less dangerous lie. As preparing the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with the members of each of the settlements around Girabania. I sent invitations to most of them already. I was hoping you'd help me with the last two. There's Murat Nun in the Peering Stones, and Sarisha, and Vera Nelia. I'll give you one of each. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they refuse, considering how their people suffered at the hands of the Skulls. But I hope we can remind them that deep down we're all just people trying to survive, to protect our loved ones. We may have driven the Empire from our lands, but as long as we hold fast to the grudges born of their attempts to divide and set us against one another, we'll never be free of their legacy of cruelty. With that in mind, I've included an account of my experiences with the Silver Griffins, and the people I met. Victims, collaborators, their friends, and their family. Men and women who lived it through it all, survivors. If they refuse to join the ceremony, at least they will know, hopefully understand, our reasons for holding the event. Granted, I've not had much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being the one to deliver them will make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care. Alright. Peering Stones. Alrighty. Oh no, he's right here. What am I doing? Greetings, friend. It's been too long since last we spoke. What brings you to my village? The weight of the words within is almost tangible, in addition to the weight of the paper itself. So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand that Ragnfrid's volunteers are working to support the families of those lost in the war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, to include the relatives of the Crani Lupi. The Skulls watched the Empire slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. You would ask us to mourn the deaths of these curs alongside their victims. I only ask that you read the rest of the letter. To dismiss it out of hand would be discourteous. Very well. Family. As Noon, my tribe is my family, and I know all too well that responsibility that brings. I would do anything to protect them. Anything. Loyalty, pride, conscience, my very soul. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspected some skulls had been faced with the self-same choice. But to see how their kin suffered. I cannot say I do not understand, though I wish I did not. Their crimes will never be forgiven. They can't be. I and the others, who are willing, can offer our prayers to these tortured souls and the men they could have been. I accept the invitation, not on behalf of the M tribe, but as Murad's none. Though I put the question to my people that they may decide for themselves. I'm also eager to make the acquaintance of the person who wrote this letter. He is not wont to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth. Painful though it is to confront, the meeting will be the perfect opportunity to take his measure. Nod. And one more letter to deliver. Hi, Sarisha. Welcome. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? Then it is as I suspected. There have been rumors that such a ceremony would take place. Although you have traveled far to make this invitation, I must decline. We cannot mourn the loss of the fallen if the Crani Alupi are to be counted among them. Like the Kalyana, they choose to aid the Garlean oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who would pillage our lands, cowards and traitors all. Are we to assume that the Kalyana who died fighting for the Empire will be honored as well? If so, that is more reason for us to refuse. That is your right, and no one will say otherwise. Only come to present a letter and ask that you read it in full. Arenvald understands and accepts that you might refuse. His only request was that you read his account and then decide. If you insist. No one was spared suffering in the occupation, not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families of both. No one. That so many would die in shame and ignominy, having sold their souls only to lose everything, is a tragedy and a lesson. If they are forgotten, then the lesson of their folly is forgotten. For the sake of this land we call home, I will join you in remembrance and implore my people to do the same. In mourning, may we strengthen our ties with our neighbors as well. By together facing our past, we can build a foundation for lasting peace and prosperity. It would be my honor to attend the proposed meeting, and I look forward to personally thanking your friend Arenvald for his dedication. I and my peers have much to learn from the example he has set. His directness was most refreshing. Huh. Ala Mhigo Quarter. Darn it. Okay. Does it have a Winter's Tale? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, he's right here. I think. Oh, over there. So how did you fare in the fringes? They said that about me? It's rare for me to get such glowing praise, especially from renowned leaders like Sarisha and Mraz Nun. More importantly, though, they agreed to attend the meeting. I've got you to thank for that. After all, I imagine it's hard to turn down an invitation while it's hand-delivered by the Warrior of Light herself. And the Liberator of Ala Mhigo. We should not forget that, too. Before I get ahead of myself, though, I must remember that this is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing. Coming to an agreement on an extremely divisive issue is a different kettle of fish entirely, as Her Grace was quick to point out. But as she's taught me, our cause is just and our hearts are true. Those love like mine will surely answer the call. And answer it they have. While there are bound to be differences of opinion, sure there's nothing we can't overcome if we put our minds to it. To that end, I was hoping you could join us, if you had the time to spare. There's still quite a few loose ends Ragnfrid and I need to tie up beforehand, so I'll meet you in the palace as soon as we can. Just as having you there will make a world of difference. Right. Huh. Upon entering the royal palace, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Imagine. Here for the meeting, yes. If that dialogue popped up here and now, I would be terrified. I would be so scared. Ah, yes, please. So while we agree upon the importance of the ceremony, we recognize that the inclusion of the Crani Lupi will be distressing for many. I too lost family at their hands. I would never ask for others to forgive and forget. But for their crimes, they were Ala Mhigans, just like us. None had made the decision to side with Garlemald lightly. They had a choice and they chose to betray us. Who among us has not made difficult choices for kith and kin? Do not forget that Fordola chose to stand between us and a primal. What does that have to do with it? Brothers and sisters, arguing will avail us not. The fate of Ala Mhigo rests on my shoulders and yours. On those every man, woman, and child that calls these lands home. Oh, that's a good Screenshot right there. That's a good picture. Yeah, that's a really good picture. To uphold our honor, to strive for prosperity, to protect our loved ones. We all know the weight of these responsibilities. It was the self-same weight which drove many of our people to serve our oppressors, misguided as it was. And though they chose a different, unconscionable path, in the end, we all wanted the same thing, to deliver our families from persecution, that they might live to see one more day. Because another day in shame and self-hatred was still better than none at all. The regretful dead are survived by their despair, a despair which threatens to drag us all into an abyss from where there is no escape. Know that it surely will, if we welcome it in our hearts out of disdain for those we cannot forgive. But we Ala Mhigans will not so easily be defeated. We will stand united and conquer this menace. Every Ala Mhigan who has fought and died did so in the hopes that one day we would be free. And we are free. We are free. By the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters, we're free. Free to lock away the pain and pretend it has no power over us, till it festers and takes us in our beds. And free to lay it bare and let it breathe. To acknowledge and mourn of our people at their best and at their worst. The past is ours to bear, all of it, for ourselves, for future generations, so that they needn't suffer like we did. Let us make Ala Mhigo a nation where no man is left behind, where he can make all the wrong choices, and still be afforded the chance to make a right one. Speaking of which, where's Lise? I'm not seeing Lise at all. I guess it's just with the, like, the leaders of, like, the smaller, areas. But, like, where's Lise? I think she lives here, so... But hopefully we see Lise later on. Like, we saw the other leaders, Kane Senna and Hien, but we haven't seen Lise. That went better than any of us could have hoped for. You have my gratitude for your part in the proceedings. We both know who the real hero of the day was. Zarnval's idea, and it was his words that finally won over the naysayers. Now that we have the community leaders on our side, we should have a much easier time convincing the rest of the citizenry. Of course, holding the ceremony is by no means our final objective. No matter what we say, some will refuse to attend. It is my hope, however, that it will still serve to provide a measure of closure for us all, and to ease the plight of the vulnerable and ostracized. Speaking of which, you recall the incident with Fordola and Alagana. The young girl she saved and her mother wished to thank her personally. Considering what happened last time, though I have reservations. It will be a valuable opportunity to present a former skull in a more positive light. On the other hand, I don't need to tell you how unpredictable she can be. That's before taking her echo into consideration. That's a conversation for another day. Go get some rest. You've earned it. Level 90. Expedient. What is this? Through the gate. Did I get a title for this? No. Arcanist at level 90. And what is this? Expedience. Expedience and desperate measures to all nearby party members. Increases movement speed. Reduces damage by 10%. Really? Okay, so we move faster. I see. And then, what's this? Alright, very nice. Okay, it reduces damage. Alright, I'm gonna get some water. My throat is really feeling it right now. Okay, this is 89. What is this? Salted Thanarian cod. I think here, I'm actually gonna take another break because I do want to get some more water. And just take a few minutes just to rest a bit, like rest the voice a bit. But we'll come right back. And yeah, be right back. Hello, we are back. Alright, let's start quest 89. Trail of Skulls. Blasphemy Hunter may seem calm and collected from a distance, but you suspect something's amiss. Something terrible has happened. It's Fordola. She escaped. The gasp. She was accompanying a squadron out on a trading exercise. One moment she was there, the next, she was gone. I didn't think of much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet the mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Alden about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask if they have any idea where Fordola might be. Thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckoned it'd be better to send you in his stead. Godspeed to Maya. Ferdola's an enigma at the best of times. I'm sure she's got her reasons, but haven't the slightest clue what they could be. I think she's fine, honestly. Alagana. Hey, there's an S rank here. Lovely. Hi, buddy. Hey, what's up? How you doing? This thing won't attack me, right? I'm level 90. Okay. You've done something wrong. You're friends with the brave lady, aren't you? Gods be good, what's she thinking? Man, I wasn't expecting to see you here. You heard what's happened. Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us the slip. She may know she wears a choker enhanced to prevent exactly that. If I were to give the order, she would be dead within moments. She knows that. She took the risk anyway. So I believe she has a good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We're hoping Clarel and the young Lily here, it's probably not how you pronounce those names, but I'm sorry, would shed some light on the matter. We'd like to ask about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least. It didn't seem right to go without thanking her. That's why I requested the meeting, expressed my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening. And I mentioned the blasphemy. She looked at Lily, and all of a sudden clutched her own head and cried out in agony. The echo. Yeah, the echo. Can you remember what happened when you were thinking about at the time? A man, the one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? Oh, it was this guy. I thought this guy initially was Yolis because this guy was also in the Ala Mhigo cutscene in MSQ. I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was alright. He said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... he transformed. He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it, not even to Mom. She'd said something sooner. Sorry, Papa. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. The man who turned into a blasphemy, I wager. The girl saw him, which means Fordola has now seen him too. There's one other thing. Fordola was having her funny turn. She said something. Charlotte, I think. Yes, that was it. Ring any bells? Can't say it does, but if she has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffin should have some information on him. Best have a word with Ragnford then. You've both been helpful. I'd like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. She may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you all later. Let's eat our protein. Thank you, Celine. Charlotte, you say? The name has come up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation. His whereabouts are currently unknown. He had an older brother, named Ansrid, one of the Crania Lupi. Oh, okay. Should give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who could tell us more about him? An uncle. Recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. Most likely find him working the Sleeper Stones, as it happens. He's planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. Oh yeah, I also got this mount because I got all of the wolves from Stormblood, by the way. Yay, new mount. Hehe. Perhaps we should have asked what he looked like. Hello, new person. Welcome in. How are you today? Hi, Ilda. Still looking, eh? That's him over there. Nod. I hope we're not interrupting. No, of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnfrid. My word, the Bull of Ala Mhigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings esteemed guests to our humbler quarry? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlotte, you found him. Hello, feeling great. Got massage yesterday and chiropractor today. Very nice. That must feel so good and relieved. I'm okay. I'm doing well. Finally have 2 days off of work again, so I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm really excited for birthday stream, and oh yeah, I don't know if you knew this already, but I won a house the other day on Mist, and I'm really happy. And I've been I've been decorating it off and on. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Nice, seen that. Yep. No luck then. Is there anything else you could tell us? More about his childhood, perhaps? Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Our boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin citizenship, for all the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. 90 MSQ for birthday stream? Actually, no. We're gonna be doing Heaven on High for the first time. I'm gonna be doing the Deep Dungeon, Heaven on High, and then I'm gonna be doing the last Role Quest story for my birthday on Sunday. But Tuesday and Thursday will be the finale. Either way, that week I will be finishing Endwalker on Tuesday and Thursday. Yay, house. Yep, got house. House acquired. You have 3 others picked out for Heaven on High? Not yet. Not yet. It's fair game, if anyone wants to help me with it. Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had any say in the matter. Parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin's citizenship. For all the good it has done us here, living amongst our countrymen who treat us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother, to be spat on as traitors by association. One thing led to another. Mansfred, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know, the Crania Lupi, Gaius's loyal little pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had quite the reputation growing up. It was Emmeline, Rudolph, the angry little girl who grew up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was part of the group too, yes, but from what we heard, he chose not to become a soldier. Wouldn't have lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone. Of course, not that it helped him to feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance, for not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe save them, maybe not. He wasn't there. He wished he had been. And one day he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. So do we. Thank you. The information you shared should prove useful. For you, I bought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family? Let him have this piece for now. Back to Alagana. Alright, talk to Raubahn again. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Yeah, the house is a work in progress right now, but y'all are free to like visit it right now, see what it looks like at the moment. Right now, it's pretty purple on the outside. And yeah, I need to go back to Lakeland and get some more of the purple grass, because I've been using it to decorate the outside area. So not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. I'm totally refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. His brother and friends died at Specula and Paratoris, save for Fordola. The gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlotte after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a Blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed, and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran, to kill the beast. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried about her. Fordola's a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You've seen for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make. If you can learn the sympathy for her, maybe others can too. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let us return to the city and plan our next move. Nod. back to Ala Mhigo Quarter. I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With any luck, we'll find him quickly, and prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one transformed into a Blasphemy, so there is naught to be done but to put him out of his misery. As for Fordola, I put Mhigo and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Till such a time, I ask you to take this opportunity to rest. I probably should have switched to another job for that EXP, but whatever. Okay. Blasphemy Hunter is even more flustered than usual, with good reason. Thank goodness you're here. Commander Alden needs your help needs to see you right away. Follow me. Keep it contained until I arrive, but do not engage if you can help it. Understood. That was Mhigo. Her unit has found Fordola, or rather, she has found them. In fact, I have Fordola on the search party's link pearl. She wants a word with you. It's urgent, so be quiet and listen. The Blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. I tracked him down where he spotted me. He started heading towards Specula Imperatoris. Look, Timea, I need your help. Charlotte's not. He never wanted to hurt anyone. This thing he's become is... I can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him, whatever it takes. I'm on my way. I owe you. This is Mhigo. Can you hear me? We got the Blasphemy Look, it's on the move. Get ahead of it, but maintain distance. We need to... Fordola, what are you doing? Fordola? Fordola! There's no time to waste. They need our help. Ooh, okay. Rauker's spirit, and once she's got her mind set, there's no stopping her. She's convinced herself she's responsible for this mess, that she created the Blasphemy single-handed. All I ask that you see that she makes it out of this alive. She's come so far, and I don't want to lose her. Yep. Should I put, sleep on my hotbar? Because that was the thing last time, and I feel like they're gonna do something like that here. But just to be safe... Or hold on. I don't need Limit Break for right now. Yeah, I don't need Limit Break. Rediata and Alagiri are not that far from Specula Imperatoris. We let the Blasphemy slip through our fingers, it doesn't bear thinking about. While Fordola is determined to slay it by her own hand, we can't allow her recklessness to put the lives of others in jeopardy. Time has come for action. Are you ready? Let's go. Hold the line for as long as you can. Commander Alden and the Warrior of Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. You've done well. Leave the rest to us. Yes, sir. Get the injured to safety. Coward. Coward. Traitor to them, everyone. I wish there was another way. So do I, but fighting's the only thing I'm good at. Makes me wonder how I ended up being with such a clever brother. Too clever for my own good, maybe. Just the thought of going into battle without getting hurt. But having to hurt other people. He's a bleeding heart, our Charlotte. Soon be friend to fly, then shoo it away, much less kill it. I could kill if I wanted. I could. But you don't, and there's no shame in that. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlotte. We'll show the Garleans what we're capable of. Get the power and respect we deserve, and then things will change. They will, you see. We found a place for ourselves. You'll find yours soon enough. Alright, that'll do. Everyone who's enlisting, meet back here tomorrow. In the end, what good did I do? To give everything they had to give while I hid. Like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward. 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 Ugh. And then he transformed. Coward. Coward. Better dead, better forgotten. It's not your fault, Charlotte. It's not. Did nothing wrong. And I'm the coward, the traitor, the butcher. I'll always be the butcher. Don't you dare, Fordola. You don't get to end it. You don't get to give up. I won't let you. You've had a lifetime to make amends and atone. Become something more than you were. If you die here, you're everything they say. Everything you believe. Is that what you want? She's not going anywhere. Arenvald? Arenvald, why are you here? There's no one else I'd rather be. I can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. I've seen your past, Charlotte. How you were left behind while your friends rushed into battle. It's bloody hard, isn't it, wanting to do something so desperately, with every fiber of your being, knowing that you should be able to. You should, but you can't. Yeah. So you find another way to support them. your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if it didn't feel like it. But you were. You were. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle. The history of Ala Mhigo is written in blood. We cannot change the past, we can change the future. And for that, we must play our part, all of us. You too, Fordola. And Fred, Emmeline, one day we'll be together again. But not yet. You never hurt anyone, Charlotte. That's not who you are. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were. Charlotte. I'm counting on you. Give me a freaking party list, please. Hi, I see we're role questing. Uh-huh. And enjoying some delicious content and lore here with Fordola. Welcome in, Turtle. How are you? Three of us.
As one.
I'll draw his attention to me. Keep me in the fight. Keep away from it. Yeah. Asuna. Gather. Towers. On my watch. As long as I hold out, he won't leave a finger. Hey! Protect, cover. Fordola. Suna. This again. Gather. Let's do this. Nice. Get behind me. Let me handle this. Ancient blade.
Try this!
Nice. GG. That was a bit tricky though, I'll be honest. I should have spent some time like before that just to like review like my abilities, because I'm pretty sure I didn't use like a lot of the abilities, the new ones that I got from like Endwalker. Like I was scrambling a bit with some of the abilities. Hmm. Thank you. I mean it. Hmm. Ah. They have like a buddy hand high five. That's cute. I love that. Looking everywhere for you. Have you now? put down the last remaining beasts spawned by the Blasphemy. It is a pity we could do naught for those who turned. But that we were able to prevent further casualties is nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing, too, looking back at Charlotte's case. Although his existence spurred others to transform, he never attacked any settlements or travelers. Even when he underwent the change in the middle of a crowded street, those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. I think that deep down his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. The only time he emerged from hiding was to journey to the place where his brother died. It's clear he still retains some semblance of his former self. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. If the Crania Lupi wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone, many of those youths sought a place with them because they were denied one with us. That's why the memory ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together, give them in death what we couldn't in life. Do not deny anyone a place in memory, even if it hurts or makes us feel ashamed. You'll be attending, won't you? I've been ordered not to, so I suppose not. In light of your loyal service to Ala Mhigo, I intend to have the conditions by which you are bound eased. Provided I'm able to obtain approval, you'll be granted a degree of freedom. At the very least, we should soon have no need for that choker. There'll be no objections from me. You've done well. Like, she's really, she reminds me of Astinian. Like current, like, Astinian. Like, for sure. Like, even does Astinians. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were smiling. Well, I, for one, couldn't be happier her efforts are being recognized. It gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Ala Mhigo closer together. Got to do my best to keep up with a certain little lordling, Yep. I think we've done enough for one day. Time we got some rest. I really like Fordola's arc. Her development isn't instant, so it feels more real. Yeah, hers is definitely like at the top of my list. Like, I really love. Like, I wasn't gonna say it until the end of the thing, but I feel like this is Role Quest story. I think is by far like my favorite so far out of the other Endwalker ones. Just for her development alone, like, I just really loved. I really wanted to see more of her, and I'm so happy that we got to see that. Allow me, as both guardians of Ala Mhigo and your sworn comrade, to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning bright. Even as someone on the very precipice of despair such as Fordola can find salvation in your guiding light. Laying it a bit thick, aren't you? Heaven forbid people won't stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. You're something of an immortal flame yourself. Been waiting for a chance to use that one, haven't you? I'd like to think I could still put my weight on and off the battlefield, but that might be a bit generous. It's also so cool because like me and Raubahn are like, we go way back, like since I started the game in Ulda, and he was my mentor. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. Couldn't have asked for a better healer or a better friend. Our ambassador at Razad Han would be relieved to learn of our successes here. you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, won't you? Alright, let's head back. Yeah, one thing I didn't mention too was just the like the complete trust and like now just being fully opened up about Fordola's like trust with Ragnfrid too, because like he downright hated her, and then like in Stormblood post he thanked her, but like now like he just fully like opened up more with her. Like it's good to see his development too, like with dealing with her as well. She's slowly rewriting her story, like for the better, which is good. We've heard you've been doing a lot of good work in Ala Mhigo and in Ul'dah. Still, who better to tell the tale than the hero of the hour? Greetings, how goes it in Ala Mhigo? Eliminating blasphemies, helping organize a memorial ceremony. They certainly kept you busy. Fine example of going above and beyond the call of duty. Be sure to send word of your exploits to Ul'dah. Wait till the Sultana hears about this. Her Grace will not be the only one to welcome this news. On behalf of the Grand Company of Eorzea and her allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude. Damn it, I should have switched to Sage to get the EXP. Nuts. Oh well. Well, too late for that. The Gift of Mercy. Alright. What is next? Okay, I think like before, I'm gonna end recording here. Just to keep my sanity for like YouTube videos. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna end recording here. For those watching on YouTube, thank you guys so much for being here. Stay tuned for the next video afterwards, which will be the next Role Quest arc. For those live right now, we're gonna start that right after the break. But thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Take care, and we'll continue on. So goodbye.